finding meaning when we're challenged. It's about expanding our vision just a little bit so that we can put that struggle into context. I'd like to show you what I mean. I won't ask you to stand up because you all look so cozy. But where you are sitting, if you would, just put down your utensils if you're still eating that delicious dessert, and touch something. This is the part where you participate with me. Touch something. Great. Oh, I see some of you are touching your neighbor. This is a fun group, isn't it? I didn't specify what. Okay, great. Now, touch something else. Lovely, you follow instructions so nicely. Okay, you can put your hands back in your lap, unless you like touching your neighbor. Now, raise your hand if you use something other than your hands to touch. Yeah, nobody. That's what usually happens. Now, raise your hand if you know that you have nerve endings all over your body and not just on your hands. Raise your hand. Right, so we know that, but we still follow the path of least resistance, don't we? Because our brain tells our body that there's one tool we have at our disposal to solve this problem. But what if I were to ask you to put your hands behind your back? What if I tied your hands behind your back and then I asked you to touch something? Would you think it was a trick? You might struggle for a minute. But the odds are good. You guys look really smart. I think after a few seconds, you'd figure out that you can touch something with your elbow. You could touch something with your foot. If you have ears like mine, you can just reach over and touch something with your ear. You'd figure out a way to solve the problem. And that's resilience. Resilience is finding a new way to do business when the old ways of doing business aren't available to you anymore. Resilience is figuring out a new strategy when your hands are figuratively, or sometimes literally, not available to you. That's what resilience is. And so when I say you can make meaning out of your challenge, resilience is realizing that when I have my hands tied behind my back, that's tough, but I can innovate a new solution. And finding those new solutions, that's the meaning behind that challenge in the first place.